Hi everyone, quick preview for this week. Try and keep these going. I think the next week is dominated by the London Marathon, of course, on Sunday, which doesn't take me to tell you that it'll be on BBC, which it is. Race starts 10 o'clock-ish. But there are a few other bits going on. For example, Friday night under the lights, Battersea Park. This Friday evening, there's the 5K road races, which we've had a series of over the last 2-3 years. Perhaps the level of entry isn't where it has been in the past, but nevertheless some really good depth. Women's is probably a bit stronger at the sharp end than the men's, with the likes of Lucy Reed, Holly Dixon, Hannah Irwin on the entry list, 16 minutes or less PBs. The men, there's no sub 14 that I can see on the entry list. You can have a look at Open Track for a few more details, but that's Friday night under the lights this Friday. We got over in the States, we got the Peyton Jordan meeting, which is on Friday and Saturday. It's another meeting in the States, not what it used to be. I can remember waking up on a Saturday morning really looking forward to seeing what the 10k and 5k results would be from that meeting. But again, worth looking at the entry list. There's a few Brits splattered in there racing, but perhaps not the world-class event where everyone used to go to try and post, especially early season 10k times, as much as they used to. Before I go on to the London Marathon, I'll just mention at Loughborough on Saturday, there is an open meeting, but it also includes the trials for the Great Britain under 23 10,000 metres, both men and women. It's combined with the British Universities Championships for 10,000 metres. They're on in the evening on Saturday around 6 o'clock. I hope to be there and film the race, certainly the men's race at least. We've got some interest in that. So yeah, that's at Loughborough. Conditions don't look too bad, and looking at the weather, it's a bit murky today, 10-12 degrees, something like that, and that's what we hope for perhaps on Sunday when it comes to the London Marathon. I was a bit worried it was going to get pretty warm. Let's hope it doesn't for all the people turning out. There's plenty to look forward to, both from a British perspective and world perspective. Perhaps one, the hotly anticipated aspects for Brits is Eilish McColgan making her debut over the marathon, having won in Berlin the half marathon in 65 minutes plus, and breaking the British 10,000 metres record recently. So Eilish's debut being hotly anticipated, as in a way, but perhaps not getting the same sort of publicity on the men's side, is Emil Caress, who recently ran a European record for 10k on the road. So it'd be good to see how Emil goes. Don't want to put any predictions there because all sorts of things can happen in the marathon. But yeah, various names. Sifan Hassan's making her debut. It was down to make her debut. Of course, this is all subject to withdrawals, and I could easily have missed news over the last few days. Bridget Kosgei, the world record holder at 2:14.04 PB, is in there, and there's 5 sub 2:18 runners in the women's field, plus the likes of Emily Sisson from the States, who's run 2:18.29 in Chicago and ran 66.52 half marathon at Houston recently. So some good there. Almaz Ayana, who's done 2:17.20, was the world record holder for 10,000 metres. She's sort of making a comeback after a bit of an absence. She's run 2:17, and also the world record, or the current world record at 1,500 metres, Genzebi Dababa's in there, who's got a 2:18.05 marathon relatively recently posted to her name. And amongst the Brits, there's a whole host of Brits, but I'll pick out Sam Harrison, who's on the up, not run a marathon for a while, but she's run PBs at shorter distances. Her PB's 2:32.22. And if all goes well, you'd expect her to improve that by a fair bit, I would say. So that's the women's side. And then on the men's side, we've got the likes of Tamarit Tola, the world champion, the Amos Kipruto, last year's winner of the London Marathon, Jeffrey Kimura, who's got such a good record, particularly at the half marathon, etc. But my attention always goes towards the Brits, and there's a whole host of Brits on the elite lineup. You just hope somebody's going to pop a really good one, and that most of them run solid races and achieve what they're looking for. Mo Farah, of course, is going. Quite a lot of debate about what shape he's in. Why he did that 10k recently in Gabon, where he ran outside 30 minutes, which is nobody quite knows what was behind that. We've got Dowie Griffiths, he seems to be on the up again, ran a good leg at the National 12-stage road relays on Saturday for Swansea. Got Chris Thompson, Ben Connor, Luke Caldwell, Phil Sessamon, who's had a lot of publicity from the London Marathon in the past. All have gone at 2:12 or quicker. And looking forward to that. And from my point of view, I'd probably look out for Alex Lepetra of Highgate, who's been training like a demon and been on the up and posted some good road times over shorter distances. So, intriguingly, lots of Brits aiming at the London Marathon, and it's going to be fascinating to see who makes a bit of a breakthrough. But I'm sure equally there'll be some that don't have a good day. And that's the beauty of the marathon, or perhaps not the beauty, that's the challenge of the marathon for everybody taking part. But fingers crossed for really good conditions, not too warm and not too windy, etc. And everybody has a good day. I'm probably going to head out towards Canary Wharf, which is about the 14-15 mile marker, get off at Limehouse station. It's a bit slightly quieter out there, and have a look. I'm really looking forward to it. So that's what I've got. Hope you all have a good few days.